Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a baby favourites video and a little bit postpartum. If I had to do it all over again, I would definitely repurchase these items. We're going to start off with postpartum. These items really, I believe, really helped speed up my recovery. So a little bit about the birth. If you've not seen before, he's also on the floor down there. He was having a nap, but he woke up as soon as I sat down to film. So he's joined us. So if you hear snorts going on, he's just chilling out. Yeah, a little bit about our birth story if you haven't seen the video. He was a natural birth, vaginal birth, very long labour. I didn't have an epidural, I just had gas and air and I hemorrhaged. That's like the zhish, that's like the first one, because I also need a drink, a water bottle. If you're going into labour, whether you've got a C-section scheduled, you're going natural, induction, however you're going, bring a water bottle with you and bring a big sized one, and the hospital will refill because they want you to drink water. It's really important that you drink water. Don't be afraid to ask them, or get your partner or whoever is in with you to ask them to refill this constantly, because they will do it. Water bottle with a straw. Okay, so you've just given birth. Your insides are your outsides. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it felt so loose and like, I don't know, it just felt like everything was like just not supported whatsoever. I found myself like walking around like hunched over. I was like this, not because of pain or anything, though the pain was there. It was more of that feeling like everything just doesn't feel right. But I knew I was going to get one of these before I even got pregnant. I was watching like a few like pregnancy mum videos, as you do when you're not a mum. People talked about belly bands. This was a lifesaver. Like it just held everything together. I didn't feel like I had to bend over. I still did, because again, pain is there, but I just felt like all my innards were together. This one's from Freedom Mum. Yeah, so this is just their belly band, and you wrap it around and then you tighten it with these so you can pull on them. And they have 3 different bits to pull depending on where you need most tightness, because everybody's different. You just that and then wrap it around, and then you just literally pull it to however tight you want it. It was just so nice. I was living in this 2 weeks afterwards until I felt everything was kind of as back to normal as I could expect it to be 2 weeks postpartum. More Freedom Mum stuff. So for underwear, I did get like really high up, really big granny pants, because I knew of postpartum pads are huge. But also Freedom Mum have, these ones are kind of like the boxer short type style, and they obviously stretch out. I kind of wore these. They're height above where like your belly is. So I used these for my first like few days of postpartum, and then I went on to my granny pants. And then these were again one of my favorite things, and I think every postpartum mama should have them. If you had a C-section, I think maybe a bit different, because these are pads. I just remembered everything that I forgot. I need to get that in a second. These are again Freedom Mum, the cold pads out. These are amazing. So this is the packet the pad comes in. As you can see, they're quite thick, and they have little cool beads in it. Basically, you just fold it and you have to crack it. That will release like the coolness that's in the pad. It was so nice having something cool down there. It's obviously gone through a lot of trauma down there. I also had a episiotomy, I can't say, but they cut you so you don't tear. Having something cool on that area was such a relief. I was just wearing these for the first good chunk. This is a perineum, I can't remember, but it's basically a thing that you use to clean down there. I just used warm water. I was terrified to use this at the beginning. I was so scared, like down there, terrifying. You're so scared it's gonna hurt. I think in my first shower I had filled it with the shower water, the warm shower water, and just started using it and cleaning myself, and it was actually really nice. Yeah, definitely get yourself one of these. So this isn't really postpartum, it's kind of like more of like a mum thing, but pumps. Now obviously I didn't pump and breastfeed for very long, but for when I did it for about 2 months. So whilst I was doing it, these are the pumps that I actually found were quite useful for my non-milk making boobs. So this is the one I started off with. It's the Mandela hand pump. This was actually really good, and I managed to get a good supply right at the beginning of this because I found this was good. I was like, I might as well just get an electric one kind of to help the situation go, and I could have an electrical one, this on the other, and kind of do it that way. And the one I used a lot was the toy tippy one. The only thing I find is sometimes the charge would actually run out quite quickly. And so what I would always end up doing is having it plugged in whilst pumping. I found it was quite handy. Those are my 2 pumps. So that is all of my postpartum stuff I wanted to talk about. Now on to baby Rory. And the first thing I want to talk about is swaddles. I was a swaddle mum and I don't regret swaddling whatsoever. The only thing I started to have problems with swaddles is when I'm going to start rolling over soon. And as soon as that baby starts rolling over, you need to have his hands and arms out of the swaddle, because obviously he rolls over, he needs to be able to push himself. Can't do that if his arms are tightly tight. But with the Velcro swaddles, the transition is actually quite easy. What I did for a good like month and a half before he even showed signs of rolling over, take one arm out and leave the other one in, and then during the night when I had to change him naturally, I would switch. So he's always kind of having one arm out a given time. He whistled. Yeah. Next 2 things. Sleep suits with zips. I've said it in multiple videos, so you always have one at the top, close it, and then one on the leg. Means you can just pop his legs out, change him, zip him back up again. Save yourself a lot of hassle. So next things are milk making stuff. For portable formula making, I got these. These are by Nubby. Rapid Cool System. This is the one that's the important one. This is just a thermal flask. You don't need to buy the set, you can just buy this if you have your own thermal flask. And what it is, you put your boiling water in it, close it, give it a shake. At the top is actually a thermometer. You can see that it's green right now, but if you were to just put it in there and press the little button, that little nubby sign would actually be like amber, which means it's too hot. You can make a bottle with boiling hot water from scratch, less than 5 minutes. It's magic. If you're out and about and you know you're going to be out and about for a feed or a couple feeds, these are amazing. You just have to make sure you also get yourself a little formula container. As for the machine, that's obviously downstairs, so I don't have it with, but this is the picture of it. It's the Tommy Chippy one, and it's so handy. Again, if at night time you don't have to faff, press a button, put in the scoops, press another button, bish bash bosh, it is done. It does all the work for you. The next thing, sound machine. I actually didn't buy this. For some reason, I completely forgot about white noise and babies and stuff like that. I had my phone in his bassinet for the first couple of days with just the white noise playing so he could sleep well. But this one, really nice because you're able to clip it onto places. 20% left in the battery. Oh, we can do this. The last couple things are toys. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the types of toys that he likes. So this one is from KiwiCo. It's colourful, has different shapes on it so he can feel it. It has this round bit which is for like grabbing. This thing, and it's technically for like attaching to the car seat, or we use it for his pram for when we go places. I wanted the Pooh book, but it's this page that's the most important one. He loves the crinkles. It's nice that it's got a clip on it so it can't just get chucked. And then the last toy, this is actually a recent purchase. He's even looking at me now like, excuse me woman, why do you have my toy? Every face, something different to look at. The last thing I want to talk about is on my phone. The Huckleberry app. I've had this app for a while. Oh, here we are. What I find really good is you have a weekly overview, and so because of this overview you're able to go back and see if there's any trends. That's kind of how I use the app, so I can kind of predict, okay, he's going to want to feed around about this time. It might not be bang on, like it never is bang on. It's just a nice app, just tracks everything, tracks if he's unwell, how much paracetamol you give him, nappies. Also has a section for solids and potty training for when you're at that stage, which is again super cool. That is all the products. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are all things that I personally found are my necessities. Like if I was to do this again, these are products I would need. So that was great timing. My SD card also ran out of space. Apologies for the iPhone quality outro, but yeah, let me know down below if you have any questions or any like video recommendations, and I'll see you guys next week for another video.